if you've just bought a second-hand Xbox 360, or if you're thinking of selling your own, it's important to clear out all your user data and reset the content control settings. So, let me show you how. Hi and welcome to Bytes and Bits. The Xbox 360 is a great console with an extensive range of fantastic game titles to choose from. It also supported Microsoft's innovative Kinect sensor, which uses a number of image and depth sensing cameras that allow you to use your whole body to control your games, and this is great fun, not to mention a pretty exhausting workout. Now, if you have a look on eBay, you can pick up a full system with console, controllers, and even the Kinect sensor for around £50 to £60. Games can also be bought for between £2 and £10, so you can have your dream gaming setup from 2010 for well under £100, or for about the same price as a new Raspberry Pi. So, I recently bought one, as I really wanted to have a tryout of these Kinect games, which I'd only ever had a go at as a demo in a shop when they very first came out. But also, and more importantly, to have a go at hard modding the console. So this is where you can rewire part of the motherboard to allow you to install some operating system hacks so that you can play games from backup files on a USB drive, or run other retro console emulators such as the Nintendo 64 or Super NES, and so on. Now, I will be covering this in one of my next videos with a full console teardown, rewire, software hack, and homebrew setup. So please do keep an eye out for that, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do make sure you do to get notified when that's published. But back to the topic of this video. So when I powered on my new or old Xbox, I found that the previous owner had left all of their accounts on the machine, so it was showing their avatars and settings. Plus, they had left the content control turned on, so that I wasn't able to make certain changes to the system or to play some of the higher rated games. Again, you need a password to be able to get through this and to change that setting. So in this video, I'll show you how to completely take this console back to its original out-of-the-box settings and clear out all the old user data and reset the content control and all the other settings so that we can make this machine truly our own. So, let's get going. Now, this is going to be a two-stage process, the first of which is to remove all of the user data and delete their avatars. And we basically do this by formatting the hard drive. Now, if you have a previous owner on here, we will delete their account, but this will only be their information on my Xbox console, not on their live system. So don't worry about going through this process. So we need to get to the settings. So move up onto the top menu bar and then across to settings. Then we want to select system settings and go into that. And then console settings. Now this will allow us to get down to our system info, because we need to find out our console serial number, because we need to use that to just allow us to format the disk. So make a note of that. Then we can back out of here and back out again. So in our system settings, we now need to go to our storage, or it could be labeled as memory. So we need to highlight our memory unit or your internal hard drive, or if you have both, you'll need to clear both of them. And instead of selecting that, if you look down the bottom, the Y button will actually give us our device options. So we want to go to device options, and then we want to go and format that. So if I select format on that, it's asking me if I'm sure I want to do this. So yes, I do want to do that. And at this point, you'll either get two options. Mine is just going to do that for me, or you may be asked to enter your serial number just to confirm this action before it goes ahead and formats that hard drive. But once you've got through that, you'll simply need to reset your console and restart it. And at that point, when it boots back up again, we should find that we are completely clear and that we now have no user data on the system. So that's the first half of our reset complete. We now need to tackle the content or parental control setting. So the parental controls and content control settings are in the Xbox settings page, and they will be in the family settings. Now, of course, when we try and go in and alter that, you can't alter that until you have the passcode to get past parental controls. So we're sort of stuck in this sort of no access loop where we need that passcode, but we can't change the passcode unless we have the passcode, if you see what I mean. Now, the easiest way, of course, is if you can actually find out what that passcode is, but that's generally not going to be available to us. So we need another route to actually get in here and just completely clear down our Xbox and wipe all of these access codes off it. Now, the best way to do that, and one thing you should probably do with your console anyway, is to actually register yourself as the owner of this console in your Microsoft account. So let me show you how you can go off and do that. So you'll need to be logged into your Microsoft account, or do create one if you don't have one. You then need to go to the Devices tab, and then we need to go and register a device. So that will take you to the Register Device screen, and here we're just simply filling in the details for what we want to register. So we are going to register an Xbox 360, and then we need to enter in the serial number for our console. Now you'll find that on the console itself, under Settings, System, Console Settings, then scroll down to System Info, and there you'll find your console serial number. So just simply type that in, accept the terms, and then hit Confirm. And you should then find that the device has been added to your account. So if we click on the Details page, you should now see in your account then that we now have our Xbox 360S all registered and ready to use. So to get the passcode clearance, we need to go back to our All Devices section, and then you should see that we have in here our Xbox listed, and then there is a reset passcode link. If you click that, it will now give you this sort of cryptic reset link. And this is what we now need to go and type into our Xbox to actually clear the device. Now, one thing which occurred to me was, what if the previous owner had registered the Xbox? So I actually tried this using a separate Microsoft account, went through the same process, and it just simply allowed me to take control of this Xbox by typing in the serial number. So I'm not sure whether that was peculiar to my setup, but hopefully, even if the previous owner did register it, you should be able then to register it in your Microsoft account and get access to this reset code. So we can now go back onto our Xbox console and actually use the code to clear our parental controls. So back into the System Info section in our settings, we now need to use the buttons on our controller to type in this code. So the first 6 button presses are the same for everyone. So left trigger, right trigger, X, Y, left bumper, right bumper. And then you have your own console's unique 4-digit code after that. So for mine, it's X, A, up on my D-pad, down on my D-pad. And if everything's gone correctly, you should now be into the Reset System Setting dialog. Now, I did find that it took me a couple of goes to get it to recognize my reset code, but do persist with it and just be nice and clear with your button presses. So just select yes for this, and that will completely reset all the settings on your Xbox. So this will now take you back into the initial setup for a completely brand new Xbox. So just go through the various screens to set up your languages and locale. We of course don't want to turn on the content controls. And after you've done that and either set up a network or not, you should now be into your totally clean and ready to use Xbox 360. So if we go across now to our settings again and go to our family settings, we should find that the parental controls have been cleared, and you can either turn them back on now with your own passcode, or of course just leave them off and enjoy your Xbox. Now, I've used this method on a couple of Xboxes now without any issues, but if your Xbox doesn't let you register it in your name, there are a couple of other options for us. So I will be going through the full hard modding process to hack an Xbox in some upcoming videos. And as part of that process, we will reveal the reset code. So that is an option. The final option then, of course, is to contact Microsoft support and have them unlock the console for you. So there are other routes if this one doesn't work. So I hope that works for you and that you can completely factory reset your Xbox 360. Do make sure you keep an eye out for the hard modding tutorial coming up very soon. I hope you've enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you again very soon, and bye for now. For more games programming, electronics projects, and retro gaming, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and visit my website.